We got a special treat for you guys before we jump into the next panel.
At this point, I'd like to bring up another one of the participants of the Uppademics program. It's a phenomenal poet. Her name is Degora.
So I'm Degora Anderson, and I'm actually a graduate from high school. So. But the title of my poem, thank you. The title of my poem is called Riff. I often repeat myself, and the second time, it's a lie. I love you. I love you. See, what I mean, I don't, and I do. You see, I'm not just a girl who likes to lie to people that seem to love her back. That's just me. Breaking the rhythms between truth versus lie, letting a contradiction form in my mouth like a deadbeat form-fitting father who tends to repeat himself all the time, where every time someone is stabbed, the first time each suspect realizes what they're doing and cries when their first wound wasn't their perfect kill, continuing to stab sharp points to violate the toxins in their victims' blood just to hide their testimonies, just so they wouldn't live through the pain, left thinking they were helping them and grow the thoughts of a paranoid serial killer. There is always repetition in a life-altering speech, action, or melody, and the second time, it's a lie. And I would always pray myself to sleep, having to repeat myself. And I feel like I've lied to God all my life. There is no rhyming rhythm in my oratory. Life just doesn't rhyme. Sometimes it's not that easy. Don't let children books fool you. Your vocals are just two contradictory fairy tales, two story versions of the same thing, but number two is just you throwing your truths away. Where calling someone's name leaves those walking at your screen reverberates twice as hard, leaving you to taste the rapist's breath as he continues to dehumanize your voice box's ability to vibrate words that actually mean something to people who stress to listen. Instead, I am forced to regurgitate a lie whenever I swallow my own truths. And if you know me, I never say I am brokenhearted more than once, because when your heart is broken, you plant seeds in the cracks and you pray for rain, and that can only happen once. The second time would be added onto this Christmas list of lies that are scrolled in the buds of my tongue, just engraved there, to be the tombstone of my first words, phrases, and song, poem. If I repeat the words in the same order, life doesn't rhyme. And because of that, I will never repeat a chorus, so I will be singing free verse. I was never given the same bridge to cross my raging rivers, although the structure was the same, the bricks were in reverse. And I just rhymed my two most sacred secrets. Life is not supposed to rhyme. Life is not supposed to rhyme. This music score won't even let the same note be played in the same bar. I'm screaming like caged birds, birds that are mocking the breaking of my voice box, who love to be trapped, who love to let us hear what we sound like. They sound just like us the second time. It's a lie. And they said too was where I began to lie. And it's reverse psychology in reverse. It becomes perfect when they tell you that. And I imagine Hitler at 7 years old praying to be the artist he always wanted to be at 7 years old, more than once. The second time, it's a lie. And I just want every little girl to scream without the second being a lie. Third time is not a charm, it's an exaggeration. We are living in moral stories of little boy cried wolf. Maybe Shannon wouldn't have died if she only screamed once, and those neighbors would have thought wouldn't have thought those screams were adolescent acts of foreplay. We need to hear stories more than once to gain a full perspective. We can never hear real stories nowadays because the second time it's a lie. And life was never made to rhyme. Life was never made to rhyme. And I learned that this poem messes me up, so sorry. And I learned that your second is a lie and this life is your first, so don't repeat your actions too much. And you should learn this too, because September 30th, 2008 was when Claire's screams for help became a lie. So react on your first call. You just might save a life.